Okay, Christina here to listen to some music. And today we begin our journey with the Beatles. So this is a big moment, y'all. This is the first official reaction for this series. And if you haven't already heard, the name of the series actually is My Daughter Introduces Me to the Beatles. So I'm also going to be posting an intro video along with this one. If you're seeing this, the intro video should already be posted, in which I will introduce my daughter, her name is Eden, and explain that she is a really big Beatles fan. And yes, she's young, but she really does know her stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot of the main reactions, but she's going to come in many different times, and she's going to bring her perspective, her suggestions, and some chord analysis, and especially lyric analysis, because she actually has taken a college course in the lyrics of Beatles music and how their music affects society. It's pretty cool. And some of you may have also seen in some of the live streams that she can play the guitar and sing. She's like the one in the family who can do that. So she'll be stopping by also to perform some of these songs, but also just to make sure that I'm staying on track and that I'm noticing all the things that she's noticed. And then beyond that, you all know the drill. I am a professional classically trained musician, instrumentalist, vocalist, composer, and professor. So I will also be diving into all of these songs by the Beatles to look at how they were composed, the instrumentation, the chord and analysis, the lyrics, definitely some fun instrument demos, and also how do we relate to the music of the Beatles? Why do we like it so much? Or why do we not like it? This album, and this first album is Please Please Me. That's new information that I'm learning now. It came out in 1963. And from the track listing, I do know at least one song off of here, Twist and Shout. So if I decide to do something with that, it would be kind of a fun deep dive. And please feel free to give me suggestions. I will be having some polls to help decide some decision making as to what Eden is doing for what songs of certain albums I'll be listening to. Some albums I'll do the whole album, but others will pick and choose. So we'll listen to all of you, and you can be a part of this with those polls, or just send me messages or leave comments. And if there's enough outcry for a certain thing, we'll make it happen. And we can just kind of improve on this whole process as we go. It'll evolve nicely, I think. So be looking for these reactions on Wednesdays. So today's selection is Please Please Me by the Beatles. All right, no more delay. Let's listen. Okay, here we go.
Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even tried, girl. Come on, 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 come on. Please, 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 oh yeah, like I please you. You don't need me to show the way, love. Why do I always have to say, love? Come on, 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 come on. Please, 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 oh yeah, like I please you.
Okay, we've hit the midpoint of this very short song. It's only 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. This is a big moment. I really feel like this is a big moment. Because here we are with the Beatles. Obviously, like I said, I have heard the Beatles before. I know some of their music. But I will openly admit that I was never really that interested in their early stuff. Being a kid of the 80s, to me, it just kind of seemed outdated. And so I never really gave it much of a chance. And you all know that I am open about that here on the channel. When there is an artist or a style of music that I have not been very open to, I admit it. And this is one. I just never quite got what was so special about this early Beatles music. But I know that was just simply because of where I fit into pop culture, like which decade. By the time I came around, this wasn't new. So I know now that it was a novelty, not a short-lived kind of novelty, but like it was novel. It was new. And I know there was this whole argument between, I guess, the grown-ups and the kids back then, that the kids loved it, the grown-ups didn't. I know that's a generalization. I know not everybody felt that way. But I don't know. I guess that argument also persisted when I was growing up in the 80s, but I am just trying to put myself in the shoes of someone who was an older kid, like a teenager in the early 60s who loved this group. Having also listened to Pet Sounds here on the channel. And this is starting to remind me of that album a little bit, just in how it's set up, because this album has like 13 or 14 songs and they're all kind of short. And that's the way Pet Sounds was. And so actually, sometimes with these really short tracks, I will put two together in one reaction. With this one, we're just doing the one because it's the first step and I want to ease in, tiptoe in here. So we'll pick up the pace as we go. But I am trying to really soak in the aesthetic. So I hear the harmonica, and I'm doing this because it's over here, like really over here. And then I'm hearing the groovy drum beat underneath. It sounds at first that it's like do 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 do, but there are all sorts of little tiny kind of things in there that I already started to pick up on. Then there are some really cute harmonies in this, and I'm just starting to pick up on the lyrics. Now, as to who's actually singing and playing and everything, I'm still getting to know what everybody did here in the band. I think I could recognize some of their voices later on. But at this point, this is a different style of singing. So I'm not sure who is who. Okay, let's back it up because in the middle here, there was a little interlude in this little 2-minute song. Itty bitty short little thing. So let's keep going. Back it up and hear it on out. Interesting ending. Okay, a lot of you know that I'm really picky with how songs are ended. I liked that one. There were some neat moments of chord progressions in there, like da 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 dum, that part, and then that little turn that they did at the end. So one thing I'm noticing, since I brought up Pet Sounds with the Beach Boys, I'm just going to go ahead and make a comparison because that's what I have to work with. Hopefully that's not taboo to do here. Is there like a Beatles camp and then Beach Boys camp? And yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you know that, because those are the things I should know. But the drum beat does kind of sound a little bit like surfer rock. But I definitely know it's not. And so I would also like to know, was this the first song released by them? Like ever? And how high in the charts did it go? I mean, it's the namesake for the album, so I'm assuming it's kind of important and it probably did pretty well. As far as me having heard this song before, I may have in passing, but I don't completely recognize the melody or the words. So, like even just reading the title, sometimes if you've heard a song and the name of the song is like the main part of the song and you read it and you can almost hear the melody happening in your head, that didn't happen with this one. I think my brain was even trying to do that and it couldn't. So again, I'm just trying to soak in the aesthetic. It seems very simple at first, but there's a lot more to it. Like I said, those chord progressions, the neat harmonica. I love that addition in there. And then there were a whole bunch of really cool background vocals happening. Like in the first half, there were some really, like I said, the cute vocal harmonies, but then there were more added to that at the end. All right, so let's take a look at the lyrics. Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even try, girl. Come on, come on. Please, please me. Whoa, yeah, like I please you. You don't need me to show the way, love. Why do I always have to say love? That's interesting because it's like the different usage of the word love there. Maybe, but there's a comma there. Oh, I don't know. Okay, we'll get there. All right, come on, come on. Really a lot of pleading here, yes. I don't want to sound complaining, but there's always rain in my heart. That's neat. Rain in my heart. I do all the pleasing with you. It's so hard to reason with you. That's a slick little line there. Why do you make me blue? Okay, I heard that. Okay, so more repetition. Why do I never even try, girl? Come on, come on. Please, please me. Like I please you. Me. Whoa, yeah, like I please you. Okay, so the words are not completely straightforward. They're a little bit evading, but I like that. It keeps you guessing and it leaves room for your own interpretation. So what are some of my guesses? In a relationship, this point of view is saying that they are contributing more to the relationship. So is this more like an emotional thing or is it more of a physical thing? I'm not sure. Maybe it's left open where it could be either. Regardless, someone is asking for something more in a relationship. Someone's not happy. Someone is blue about something. So to me, that makes sense then for the harmonica to be used, because sometimes you use that with singing the blues. But then with the driving percussion, do, 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 it's also kind of showing the heartache there, maybe, the angst. Okay, so let me go back to a couple of the really cool chord changes here. Let's see if I can find one.
Why do I always have to say love? Come on, come on.
Yeah, I really like that. It's a little unexpected and adds just enough flair for this short little song to exist on its own. So some of the other flair that they had to add to it was like the vocal harmonies. Let's hear some of that. We'll just keep going here.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
It's so cute.
Come on, please, please me, oh yeah, like I please you.
All right, so right there at the end, there was a little bit almost like a chorus. I heard more than two voices in there. Like we heard da-da, please, please you. And then, wow, that harmonica really is prominent. It takes a lead role in these characters. Okay, so another bit of flair is the acceleration of come on, that. The pleading there. So the first time you hear it, it was a little bit grumbly. But later on in the song, as it keeps coming back, the singer is really digging in. And to me, that sort of says that these guys are not as straight-laced, maybe, prim and proper, as they are presenting themselves to be. Let's hear that progression.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, it's just a little bit raspy there. I like how they say, come on. Okay, let's hear it later on and how it evolves.
Come
you hear that? Come on. Yeah. So they're really trying to add something special to this. Because it is kind of a repetitive song. It's the basic format, verse, chorus, with the bridges in between, little instrumental moment in the middle. So they have to do something to keep it interesting, not just for the listener, but for the performers. So how many years did they have to perform this song at different concerts or on TV? So I know there's one famous time when they were on TV. What show was it? Like Ed Sullivan or something? I don't know. And so what song was it? Was it this one? What song or songs did they perform in that famous broadcast? Again, we'll get there with some of these questions. I leave it to all of you to answer some, but I'll also refer to Eden and have her tell me a few as well, and we'll get to the bottom of all of this together. Okay, I want to hear the end of the song again because I really enjoyed it. Here we go. It really blossoms there. I like that upper voice. I love that. Oh, you. That's so neat. Okay, and let's hear that chord progression at the end again. I love that. So that might be a spot that we dig into a little bit here on a deeper dive. But for now, this was a great introduction. What a pleasure to do this. Big moment here, but well worth it. Okay, there was our first song for our project with the entire Beatles discography. I think it was kind of what I was expecting it to be. I mean, I do sort of know kind of what they sounded like back then because it was the thing that I was kind of like, meh, over. But did it end up being more interesting than I thought? Yeah. Like, really, yeah. Like, as I was digging into it after I finished listening to the song here, like, there's more to it. And if this is just the beginning, then where are we headed with this? Okay, so I'm still not quite sure who was singing what. I believe Ringo was on the drums, but everything else I'm not sure of. We'll get there. And then speaking of all of these questions, so I've already mentioned that I'll be primarily doing the reactions to the songs, but then I will be bringing Eden in either at the beginning or the end of some of these reactions to go ahead and answer some of my questions. And as we keep going, she'll kind of know what info she should be giving me even more ahead of time. And I know that she's not going to catch everything. So again, that's where we kind of want the audience to sort of chime in because then both she and I can learn things along the way. So don't be afraid to answer the questions that I ask here in these videos because we'll all add to it. But for now, this song was great fun. And whatever track we're headed to next, let's see what it is, actually. Okay, I think it's Love Me Do is what's next. So I'll see about the length of that one, and I'll talk with Eden and see when she wants to come back in. So you'll see her again soon. Also, there is going to be a poll to decide between two songs on this album, so be watching for that poll as well. And then all of these things will be released on Wednesdays. And sometimes we might actually have a reaction to a song and a separate video that is a deep dive, either going back to a song we've already done that we want to take a closer look at, or if there's a song that I already know and so I want to dive into that one. There are just so many possibilities. And I can't wait to get to all of this. Okay, so thanks for coming along with me on this first step forward. And as always, just remember that you don't have to be perfect. Just be okay. And keep listening.